Want to call to order the Livingston Parish Council Finance Committee meeting for December 1st, 2016. Ms. Sandy, would you call the roll, please?
Jeff Ard is absent. Tracy Girlinghouse.
Here.
Scooter King.
Here.
Gary Talbert.
Here. First item, we're going to take up the old business. Ms. Myers, you want to come? The budget, I know you made like very minor changes, and it was mainly on the 2016, or it's the last one we got still good?
No, this new one that you have is completely different.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch more than it said before.
Need the dates.
Okay, well, let's go over like big changes, like whatever you think we need to talk about.
I like this one a little better.
Well, I mean, I know the revenue's projected more than we thought.
This new budget here has, number one, I took that declared emergency purchases account that was recorded in the low step fund, and I broke it out to the individual funds. You know, DPW has a chunk, the jail has a chunk, general fund has a chunk, animal shelter, you know, everybody's respective expenses, and I booked 90% of total expected expenses as revenue. FEMA's reimbursing at 90%. Now, keep in mind that this may be an issue because we're never really sure exactly what FEMA's gonna reimburse until you get the check, basically, you know.
So basically, we're anticipating the revenue at 90%, and then if they don't get it, then we'll have to make up the shortfall.
Or will we have to pull it back out?
No, she's.
I guess I don't understand the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's too far off, it'll be a budget violation, you know, if it's greater than 5% variance. But
So
what
you're-
I've done is all the revenue, I mean, all of the expenses so far, plus some that we haven't cut checks for yet, like the majority of the debris. There's like another $100,000 portion of the jail building. You know, I trued up all the expenses first on what we expect the whole total expenses to be. And I booked 90% of those expenses as the revenue we are expecting from FEMA.
So over the next how many months are we talking about anticipated revenue and check cutting that you have in here that you hadn't done yet? I mean, are y'all gonna, I mean, you're thinking about what you're gonna do between now and the 31st? So you anticipate, okay. Okay, let's go to 2016 amended. So the numbers you have in here are checks you anticipate that you have not cut but are gonna cut by the 31st.
This 2016 amended is everything that will happen by December 31st.
Okay. But you-
Earned on the accrual basis, everything that we will earn or owe.
You got
Okay,
By the
so,
31st.
okay, so if we
One
don't
or
get,
two more.
if we don't write the
Okay,
check,
that's it.
or we don't get the reimbursement, is it a budget violation if we've accrued it, or is it not?
We have to accrue it.
Okay.
So.
But if we don't if we don't actually expense it, or don't actually receive the revenue, is it gonna make us a violation?
Yes,
Okay.
if it's greater than 5%
Greater than
total.
5%, okay.
Yes. But like I said, I guessed the best I could.
Oh, I understand. I mean,
Yeah, we
Under
know.
all the knowledge
Yeah.
that we have so far, this is my best guess.
So this is as up to date as you can get at this point in time?
Yes, sir, as of 5:02 yesterday afternoon, I
Okay,
was printing it out.
2017 projected, did you do any, you didn't do a lot of changing, it's the same?
With the exception of the decrease in revenue, sales tax and ad valorem.
Well, you took the 10% reduction on
Correct,
that?
but y'all already knew about that.
Wait, I thought ad valorem stayed flat.
The ad valorem budget number did not change.
Right, but it was a reduction from the anticipated revenue increase.
Correct. It'll
Okay.
actually be a reduction from the amount we collect because I'd never budgeted everything that I knew we were gonna
But you
collect.
took a 10% reduction on projected sales tax, or?
Yes.
Okay. Which that was in the last two budgets
Yes, sir,
you given.
that's nothing
Okay.
new. And then there's just a few other little things. We refinanced the DMV and Sewer 2 refinanced their debt and paid it off, and I just had to make the required accounting disclosures on here about like how much came in and went out and was paid off and whatnot. It doesn't really affect us.
Sewer 2, that was that USDA bond for one that they
Yes.
paid off, part of the merger thing? Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that we kept on our books was a little like 175,000 that was not callable yet, that we have on here that will still pay off with their money.
Okay.
So the big difference that you will see in the general is the general fund bottom dollar. And that is going to be a reflection of our 10%
Match money.
for the debris, basically, is the big chunk of that.
Okay,
And you'll see that's reflected in the transfer to LoSEP under the 2016 final adopted at 2.28 million. That's our 10% of the flood expenses.
hold on.
I think it's,
What page is that? The transfer to LoSAP, Joe?
It's at the end of the general fund. If you get to the admin fund, you've gone one page too far.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, right
I
here.
got it. Okay, the 2.2, 2,228,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, when the whole deal was over, when the year was over, we went in the whole 740,000. Not bad considering we had a $2.2 million thing we wasn't planning on spending.
Right,
And we've got money in the bank of 7,308,000. That's basically what that amounts to?
No,
That-
fund balance doesn't quite equal cash in the bank, but the long way around it does. If we
Okay.
paid all our debts and cashed out all our assets, this is what we would have.
Okay, I got you. All right, so the only amendment that we're looking at making to the thing that she's got here is
the 27,
what?
on the 2017 budget.
Yeah, on the 2017
Okay.
budget in the council, in our council budget. Where's that at?
Right here, probably
Council is,
It's gonna be the second general fund
about
page.
10 or 12.
the second general fund page?
Yes, sir. The first general fund page shows all the revenue. The second general fund page shows all the expenditures by department.
Okay,
The 4001 department is the legislative department.
okay, so we need to amend,
Yeah,
so you said if we just amend salary?
You just amend the salary, it'll be fine, because adding the benefits won't cause a 5% variance.
So we need to amend that like 37.5.
doesn't know.
That's $18 an hour on a 40-hour work.
Yes, no.
I mean, we can't pay them, we don't pay overtime, they might accrue, but that's,
Right, it's comp.
so,
37,500.
right,
Yeah, I
we need
think
to
that's
amend
a
that
good
number
number.
up, and I think other than that, we're gonna take care of everything. That lets us work the accrued comp time that we've got down in our office.
And gets ready for the future too.
And it brings in a
Yeah.
person to get ready for the future. I mean, but the main thing it does, it allows us to stay staffed and get our comp time numbers where they need to be.
And yeah, 'cause they're way up there. Okay,
So we got can I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Got a motion by
I'll
Tracy,
second it.
second, any objection, none. So that's, other than that, that's the same thing that we still, you think, go ahead, Tim, what you got?
The only other thing that changes that are in here are grants. We went through, Chad with Fort Salata gave me a run through on his numbers. We put it together with what we've recorded all year and sort of best guessed on how quickly we were gonna move. It's a guess.
But basically, in any grants you didn't get in 16, you took out of this budget,
Correct.
right? So it's a projection of what we think we're gonna do. If we-
On how fast we think they're gonna
And if we
work.
don't get the grants, we don't spend the money anyway. So
Correct.
we just fix it at the end.
Correct. The only way it would make a difference is if we have a big match.
Right.
And some of them, we do have a, $200,000, $300,000 match, significant, but
So looking forward to next year, we're gonna ratify this budget tonight. I mean, at least I'm sure that this committee's
Yeah.
gonna give recommendation, we're gonna approve the budget tonight. When do you think we need to look back at this? March, April? When are you gonna get an idea of where we're at
Well-
next year?
the check that we will get in January is for November sales tax. November sales
no, that's 4.
is collected in December. We get the check January 1, and then December is collected in January. We get the check February 1 or 3rd. So
Yeah,
even if we do it at the end of March, that'll only would be like 2 months of the, so I would say like at the end of April.
End of April, we're gonna get an idea of how bad the hit was we'll have what, April 1st? If we wait till after April, we'll have had we'll have had January, February, and March's,
Let's see, January.
no, just January and February.
It'll be almost 3 months at the end of April.
But you'll know what the numbers, you'll know what the filing.
trend.
What we look like, okay. All right, you might wanna make a motion to favorably recommend this, the budget as submitted to the council for approval?
Didn't we just do that?
We amended the budget.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Motion.
got a motion by
I'll
Tracy, second by Scooter, any objection, none? Okay, next item we've got on new business is your RFQs, we've got two we gotta go over.
Yes, and I have, the actual physical proposals that were submitted for both issues. Miss Sandy has there on her desk. That's my only copy though, so
Okay.
I'd like them back, please.
So okay, let's go over fiscal agent first.
Okay. Fiscal agent, we had, 3 submitters, Investar, Whitney, and our current agent, First Guarantee. They're all basically the same. The only differences are Investar Bank is a little further out. We'd have to go to Denham to deposit versus just Walker. And Investar has a little higher fees. And First Guarantee has the highest rate.
So basically Whitney's the cheapest and that's who we're doing business with now.
No, First Guarantee is who we're doing business with now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, there's just a, Whitney doesn't charge any fee, and First Guarantee only charges $300. But First Guarantee's interest rate is higher.
oh, okay, so, I'm looking at this wrong. So the net earnings on our money are
Yeah.
highest with First Guarantee.
First guarantee.
Correct.
So First Guarantee is the least expensive for us to utilize.
Correct.
And that's the current agent that we have now.
Yes.
And that's the recommendation that y'all have?
Yes, you stay with the current rate.
Okay, they would like to keep the current, it reflects, we got a motion to keep the current?
Make a motion.
Okay, we got a
Second.
motion by Tracy, second by Scooter, any objection, none? Okay, so we're good on the fiscal agent. Auditor,
Auditor, we had 4 submissions, Carr, Riggs, and Ingram, Falk and Winkler, Hannes Bourgeois, and our current auditor, Laporte. You'll see the top line here reflects their preliminary, their audit number. They all include a report of any findings relative to internal control, which is where you get your findings, and then a single audit on all of our federal and state grants. So you'll come to a total estimated fee. Laporte and Carr, Riggs, and Ingram gave us the same $75,000 fee, but Laporte gave us a $8,000 credit because they said it was because they knew we experienced the flood this year and would need a little break anywhere we can get it.
Help,
So
yeah.
okay, so the recommendation,
just to stay with our current auditor as well.
okay, any objection to that? Got a motion to keep Laporte?
Motion.
Motion by Tracy, second by Scooter, any objection?
No.
That's it? Anything else we need to talk about?
Go home.
Gotta move, anybody wanna move to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Scooter's gonna move to
You gonna make a
adjourn.
motion on that?
Well, that's what I'm good
Tracy gonna
for.
second this
Second.
one. Any objection?
Thank you, Jennifer.